Now in control. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, KevinTheDirector on behalf of the Nerd Stash here at Comicpalooza 2015, and I'm here with the one, the only Brad Hawkins, the main actor of VR Troopers, the Gold Power Ranger, or at least the voice of Gold Power Ranger for Power Rangers Zeo, and one of the main characters in the Oscar-nominated film Boyhood last year. Brad Hawkins, how you doing this year, man?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, everywhere I'm at, you're there. It's just like it's cosmic.
I don't know. Maybe we're meant to work together one day.
I'm telling you. Well, we shared the Gold Ranger, the first con, Houston Con, almost a year to the date here, and yeah, man, that's where we first met.
And then a week or two later, then we're at Power Morphicon.
Yeah.
And now a couple months, like half a year later, we're here at Comicpalooza back in Houston.
Yeah.
But aside from that, how have you been since then?
It's been great, man. And I was just getting into cons when we first met, and then all of a sudden, Boyhood just took off. We knew it was going to be a special film. We just didn't know how far it was going to go. And next thing you know, it was just like, it was 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, and then SAG nominations and Golden Globe nominations and Oscar nominations. And I mean, so I jumped on that train and just rode that for about 3 months. I went to LA and just did as much publicity to promote the film as I could.
Nice, very nice. I also understand that, correct me if I'm wrong, don't you also own a restaurant somewhere in the Texas area?
Yeah, that's they say don't quit your day job. That's my day job. So I'm a restaurateur. I build restaurants, concept them, build the menus, staff them, train the staff, and just basically we've got a sports bar called Chop Shop Sports Garage, and that's in Carrollton. It's in North Dallas, and it's doing really well. So we're excited. It's like a themed mechanic shop themed sports bar. So really cool stuff. You know, like 20 televisions. We do a bunch of cowboy games. We get out of control on cowboy games, and just got a mechanic shop theme to the whole place. So we're looking to do a couple more of those, and I just signed a lease last week on a new spot that's in a place called Austin Ranch, which is a little bit around Frisco, Plano area. Okay. And so I'm going to do a new concept up there. But yeah, that's how I stay busy.
Nice. Always got to keep busy, man.
Yeah.
You always got to keep busy.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about your work. Like first. The work that I remember you from was VR Troopers and the Power Rangers. How'd you get involved in that world, in Saban's world?
Yeah, I was 17 years old, and I kind of got scouted from Dallas. I moved out to LA and did the typical brand new actor trying to make a living, sleeping on friends' floors and terrible jobs and everything. And I auditioned for the role of the White Ranger at the time. They were going to give Jason David Frank, who was the Green Ranger at the time, they were going to give him a show called Cybertron, which is that helmet. And he had already made the pilot and everything, and they sold it, and it was going to be a go. And so I booked the role of the White Ranger, and he was going to move on on from Power Rangers to what became VR Troopers. And in the last minute, they were like, he's so popular as a Power Ranger, we can't lose him from the franchise. So we did a little switcheroo in the very final minute, and he was the White Ranger. He took off the helmet, and he's the White Ranger. And then all of a sudden, I got VR Troopers. So that's how our paths crossed.
Nice. Now let's talk about Boyhood. How did you get involved in that? And exactly, now I know that movie spanned for over a decade long. So exactly, when did you first get on board, and what was it like working with the cast and especially the crew, especially under the direction of Richard Linklater?
Yeah, and Rick is, he's such a visionary, and he does movies that are so outside the box. From Dazed and Confused, he just really does, he does movies that most people wouldn't put that much time and effort into, and it's good to see someone like Ethan Hawke, who has done countless movies with him because he believes in his vision and him as a filmmaker. And for me, it was an honor. I got the opportunity to work with Rick, and I just wanted to be a part of the job in any way possible, and it turned into a really solid role. I was Patricia Arquette's love interest in the movie, the last one of her love interests in the movie, and got about 6 or 7 scenes in the movie, and so I was proud that they included me, and then I got a chance to work with Rick and all those fantastic actors, and we just watched the thing go off, and next thing you know, it's nominated for all these Oscars. I was just like, none of us really knew that was going to happen. So.
Nice. So what's in store for you in the future, in terms of restaurant connoisseurs and film and movie roles?
Well, restaurants are something that I know that I love doing. It's another form of creative expression. We get to create restaurants, we get to build menus, we get to market them and see what the reaction is. So it keeps me creatively involved. I always have to have my hands in something creative. I just can't sit still too long. That'll continue to go. I think that's going to be my retirement. You know, that's what I want to work on over the next 10 years is building up as many restaurant concepts as I can, so that I have something, you know, waiting for me at the end of the day.
Right.
And as I want to work as much as acting as possible. It just doesn't happen on a normal basis. Doesn't happen regularly enough that I can devote my whole life to it. So whenever I audition for stuff and whenever I get the call and I'm the guy, I'll go shoot it. And when I'm done, I'll go back and, you know, stay busy with my restaurants.
Nice. What conventions can your fans expect to see you at in the future?
Well, we've heard about Space City, which is coming back to Houston, so hopefully we can get some more Power Rangers together, and hopefully I can be included in that. That'd be great. I've heard about Salt Lake City. I've heard about Lexington Con, and there's a couple of other dates that we have. They're in the fall. But right now, most of the stuff is inter-Texas, so it's all the cities inside Texas, which that's fine with me because that's where I'm from, and that's, you know, I don't have to go very far.
Exactly. Aside from that, this is Kevin the Director and Brad Hawkins wishing you all a very awesome Memorial Day weekend. Stay nerdy and keep on awesome.
We are Troopers 3. Virtual reality. Troopers 3. Virtual reality. Troopers 3. Virtual reality. Troopers